Welcome to the Great Mississippi Tea Company. So we are making yellow tea today, and I'm going to show you how we do that. So let's get started. Here is our yellow tea leaf. And we are going to be putting this onto the trays over here, getting them loaded up and getting them ready for their next step. Alright, so here we are. Yellow tea is on to its life stage. So we're going to let those sit for its allotted amount of time, and then we'll move on to our next step. Alright everybody, so the yellow tea is done underneath the lights and done going through what it needs to do for withering. So we're going to move on to our next steps. So first we need to get all of these off of the trays. We'll get all that done and we'll be back. Okay, now we've got to package the yellow tea up into the vacuum bags for the sous-vide step that we're going to be doing. Alright, we've got them all into their vacuum bags. It's now time to seal them up. Now they are all vacuum sealed and into the sous vide. Next where we're going. Okay, so our sous vides are up to temp, so we're going to go ahead and get our yellow teas put in here for its first bath. First bath ready to go. We'll pull these out in just a few. Okay guys, so it has been the time limit that we need to go for, so we're going to go ahead and get these pulled out. Alright, now I'm going to get some cold water on these just to cool them off a little bit. And we're going to get this water dumped down, or changed out, and down to the 105 degrees that it needs to be. Okay, so these are up to temperature, and we're going to get our yellow tea bags put back in here. Our first set here. Put back there. And number one. And number two. rather than too much water. Yep. Alright. So we're going to let those sit for their time period in there, which is a 5-day process for us. So yellow tea is ready to come completely out of the sous vide and then go onto the trays that are over here. And we'll show you that process as we do it as well. All right, so it has been a little while later, and now we're let it set out for its period of time it needs to set out for. And now we're going to get it loaded up off of this tray and get it actually rolled. All right, so now into the roller we're gonna put it. All right, we do a very light pressure on our first set of rolling. So here we go. All right, so time has passed on our first roll. We're gonna open this up now. We wanna make sure that we get all of the bits and everything up. Now what we want to do is break this apart. I want any cloths. You can see what it's already looking like. Looking very good. We're going to break the rest of this up, or I'm going to break the rest of this up, and then we're going to put it back in and start the roll one more time. Second roll, guys. So this is the second roll going on. As you can see, there's a good bit more pressure on this one than there was the first one. And that's so that we get a nice, good roll, nice tight roll. Does any kind of cell disruption that needs to happen, which is not much in a yellow tea. So not a whole lot of pressure, but a little bit more. All right, guys, and it is now ready to come out of the roller. You can see it's a nice, makes a nice ball that you gotta break up. Go. Oh, my good little bits out there. Much as I can anyways. Alright. So just like before, I'm going to break this apart. We got this big old clod in here. I'm going to break this apart and then it'll be ready to be put onto trays and put into the dryer. Alright guys, so we have it all broke apart here. And now we need to put it out on our trays. This is another time to double check just to make sure you don't have any big lumps. And then it's just like cheese and a pizza. I know most of us, when we were younger, you know, our parents used to do make your own pizza night. It was our favorite night. So we cheese pizza, and I know everybody's done it, so you kind of have a concept of what that is. Plus it helps. I used to work at a pizza restaurant as well, so I do. Plus we make pizza still today at home. Alright, so there we go. Nice and evenly covered. Still a little light coming through, but we're good. Alright, so I'm going to get these loaded up and we'll get them in the dryer. Okay guys, so we've got it in the dryer. There's our tea in the dryer, getting ready to go. And now, here we go. So 90°C is what we dry at, or 194 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes roughly about 2 hours for this to go. And it is set on a timer and everything. It does turn itself off. So we will just go ahead and turn that on. The inside there rotates. That makes sure the tea dries evenly. And as you see right now, it is 39 degrees Celsius in there. And it will heat up and keep it to the roughly 90. There we go, up to 40. It's getting warmer. So once this is done, it will be ready to come out of there and get packaged up. And there's the finished yellow tea. So thank you for joining me on making yellow tea today. Well, over the last 5 days actually. So hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you've learned a lot, and look forward to meeting each and every one of you that come by the farm and visiting and getting to know us a little bit better. And I hope this helps you enjoy your yellow tea just a little bit more. Have a good one.